Hey guys, it's B-Man here with my version of the wrestling review, or as Jay Hobson likes to call it, the rasslin review. But anyways, yeah, I don't really have any awards to hand out at the moment. Sorry guys, but that's actually not a really bad idea. But I'll get into all that stuff later. The things I want to talk about. Everyone's been talking about it for weeks, months, and now, and it's just pretty much ever since Monday Night Wars, the reamping of Monday Night Wars started with WWE and TNA. Everyone's been talking about how WWE and TNA are better than the other, and then it's like everyone's taken it down and said, okay, now both shows are getting shit. Well, I'll tell you why that's happening. Okay, I'm not going to start off with TNA. Okay, I'm going to start off with WWE because this is the biggest one. This is the biggest one that's been copying the most shit, and and this is why. All right. Everyone talks about how Vince McMahon doesn't give the young guys a shot, which is true. Like, Vince doesn't give the young guys a shot, but it's like that old analogy. Everyone says, if it ain't broken, don't fix it. Like, Vince has been doing this for years, guys. Vince has been doing it since friggin' the Hulk Hogan era. If he has that one star or those couple of jewels there, and he thinks, yeah, okay, these guys are selling really well, they get me lots of money, people pay to see them, so I'm just going to keep them champions. And that's what he's done. He's had the guys like John Cena, Hulk Hogan, The Rock, Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Triple H, HBK, all these guys that have stood out and everyone pays money to go see them and everything else. But then people start complaining about it. People start saying, well, why don't we get something new? Like, especially lately, we've had people complaining about Johnson. There's a perfect example right there. John Cena. People have been complaining about this firing angle with John Cena, saying if they bring him back too early, it's gonna suck and everything else. Well, it's better than WWE's alternative. Their alternative was, and I've seen the pictures of it, of having John Cena come out as Juan Cena in a luchador mask and everything else. Now imagine that, John Cena doing his exact same moveset and everything else, but he was just wearing a mask. It'd be Hulk Hogan when he did his Mr. American angle. Everyone would just be like, well, what's the point? We all know who it is, it's pointless doing it, and then they complain more. So why do something when people are just going to bitch about it anyways? And I'm going to bring this up. Like, I didn't want to do this in two parts, but it looks like I've got no choice but to. So if you want to see my video response for part 2, you know how to do it. Jay Hobson's one. Go to part 2 of his video and watch it, and I'll get into that. But yeah, man, it's like PG era. Everyone's saying, don't fucking blame it on PG era. Don't do it. It's not the PG era's fault. BS. Like, I'm sorry, but it is. There were things in the without PG era, like in the Attitude Days, that made you watch it. That kept you compelled. Like, okay, perfect examples. Austin getting run over with the car. Everyone thought, what's going on? Austin's been hit with a car. Who did it? Why? And that caused major build-up with things. Or Or okay, there's more. Austin lifting up Triple H in the crane and dropping it, dropping the car down on the floor at No Way Out. The DX truck getting exploded. Everyone goes nuts over these things. Like it, I realise it's not what real wrestling is about, but it's what entertainment's about. People want to see the blood, the violence, the swearing, and everything else. It's just what it is, and that's why people turn into TNA, because TNA still does it. TNA still does the violence and the swearing and stuff like that, but yeah, they can't do it as good as WWE have done it in the past. But yeah, man, that's just the thing that they need to fix. Like, I realise, and this is why PGR is around. Anyone that wants to disagree with me on it, please do, because I'd like to hear your reason as to why it's around. But it's not only because of the kids. Okay, kids are a small part of it and everything else. But Vince and Linda McMahon want to run for politics. That's what it's about. If Linda McMahon is to run for politics and she incorporates this violent product, then how are you going to do? Then how's she ever going to get into office? She won't. She won't get into office. Everyone's going to be like, well, you promote violence. That's what you do. But yeah, anyways, what else? But yeah, there's another thing that Vince needs to work on. Where I was talking with earlier, Vince does need to get the young guys into it. Like, he's doing well at the moment. He's given the Miz a shot now with the WWE Championship. That's one huge step he's taken. Also, just give the guys, like, okay, Caval for instance, give them a bit of a run. Give Drew McIntyre a run. Drew McIntyre's apparently the chosen one of Vince McMahon, yet he can only hold on to tag team titles for a little bit and can't get a world title shot. Anyways, guys, okay, now I'll get started into TNA, but I'll do that on part 2. So this is my WWE rant on here, okay? So if anyone wants to disagree with me or anything else, that's fine, but you can't deny that the promos that were done in the 90s are better than the ones that were done today, simply because they had monumental moments that build up rivalries and made people want to watch it. Like, okay, think about the great rivalries you've seen in the past in the 90s. Austin and Triple H, Triple H and Rock, Rock and Mankind, Triple H and Cactus Jack, Undertaker and Kane, freaking Undertaker and Rock, Undertaker Brock Lesnar, just to name a few. But yeah, those were just things that made great matches and made great build-ups. Now these days, you stick fucking Santino Marella and Vladimir Kozlov in a match, they win tag team titles. Woo! And what do you got? You got people like, oh, okay, I didn't realise these guys. They have a rivalry with these guys for 2 weeks and they're tag team champions? Well, that sort of sucks. But yeah, anyways guys, watch part 2 for my TNA review. Alright, thanks guys, bye.